Want to know why you're not driving the ball? The difference between staying back and staying behind could change your swing. In this video, we want to cover the difference from staying back and staying behind and why it's the main reason that youth athletes are doing it wrong. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Carlos Garcia. I'm a former professional baseball player for the Kansas City Royals and San Francisco Giants. And after playing 13 years professionally and coaching for 5 years, all the way from middle school to D1 college, is one of the main problems that I see nowadays from youth hitters. So before giving you my thoughts, let me share with you real quick how this coach addressed this problem with one of his hitters.
Oh, the front foot. Okay.
Front foot. Because what do? You're heavy forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need you to feel your back hip being able to work underneath you behind your front side instead of you being so heavy forward.
Okay.
So no stride.
No stride, okay.
And your focus is trying to get this hip under your head in your finish. Okay? That was clean, homie. Yes.
Because this is not.
It's keeping your weight behind your front side. So there's a big difference between stay back and stay behind. So everybody's heard stay back.
Right.
I don't want my body weight to be stuck back.
Right.
I want to keep my body weight behind my front side to transfer into it. So that's what this is exaggerating right now.
So first and foremost, we have to understand that at some point you have to transfer some weight from your back leg into your front leg. And technically, when your hitting coach is telling you to stay back, he doesn't mean to put all your weight on your back leg. Main problem that I see with youth hitters when they stack all the weight on the back leg is that they start spinning off the ground, putting so much weight on that back leg and pulling off the ball. Another problem that I see from youth hitters being so heavy on their back leg that they stop gaining ground and stop working with their positive move to create stretch and separation and pull the slack out of their body. And for the most part, it looks when players start with their trunk all the way back on the back leg when they landed into the launch position, is that the ball is hitting them instead of them hitting the ball. And at some point have to be the opposite, you transferring force to the ball instead of the ball transferring force to you. On my personal case, when I get into my launch position, even when I'm practicing my two-stroke approach in here, you guys can see that when I'm loading into my back hip and I start working with a small positive move, I still transfer some weight from the back leg, leading that movement with my backside into the front side. I'm not being, especially with my trunk, I'm not keeping my trunk all the way back on my back leg. At some point, I'm thinking that I have a knife in my back leg and I want to stab that knife into my front side. That's the weight transfer that we're looking for, from the back side to the front side. And the best hitters in baseball having a strong front side. And notice that when I'm about to swing the bat, I'm thinking down with that back knee and that back elbow, rotating into the strong front side and following through and keeping my head, my hips, and my back knee straight up. And that's a sign that I'm not collapsing with my backside and I'm effectively transferring force back into the ball. Here's Mookie Betts, and this is often one of the videos that I show to my youth hitters, especially when they have problems with gaining ground because they quote to quote trying to stay back. Notice the way how when he's working with his positive move, his hands are always in motion and he's not afraid to gain ground with that positive move. And this is the part that most people misunderstand. They think that when they moving forward, they want to start lunging. And the main difference from staying back to staying behind, and when you stay back, you often try to stack so much weight when you back on your back leg and you start collapsing with your backside and creating these angles that are going to be inefficient for you to be consistent driving and delivering the barrel to the right direction. And when you're trying to stay behind, what is that meaning? That you're trying to stay behind of that front hip, you're trying to rotate behind of that front hip, but you're not afraid to create and gain ground. And when you're about to rotate, you kind of stay center, keeping your head, your trunk, your center of mass in between your leg frames, so it's easier for you to rotate and then transfer some of that force back into the baseball. Remember, the backside is the driver. If I'm often so dominant, stacking so much weight on my backside, and I'm not efficiently transferring that force or that weight onto a strong front side, using the ground as a leverage and controlling my body properly, I'm not gonna be able to gain speed or transfer some of these speed or momentum into the bat to be able to gain back speed and deliver the barrel to the right direction. So to keep things as simple as possible, when you stay in back, you have to be really careful. If you really stay in back all your way on your back leg instead of staying behind, which is probably a better way how to phrase that sentence or that thought, is when you start rotating behind of that front hip and letting the bat over-raise the body and deliver that barrel forward instead of just like trying to pretty much stack and collapse on your backside because you're not effectively transferring that way into a strong front side. And if you want to get access to get more training like this to take your game to the next level, either because you're trying to make your varsity team from high school, played in college, or even play professionally, I'm going to leave in the description box the application to see if you're a good fit to join my remote training program. My name is Carlos Garcia, and remember, I make the errors, you make the plays.